Hey, what's going on guys? John here, and I thought I would actually do a 2021 review of the original classic Super Nintendo. So this is actually one of my favorite consoles of all time. You know, I grew up as a kid playing original Nintendo, eventually getting the Super Nintendo, and then actually graduating from other systems like the Sega I have here all the way up to the Nintendo 64, and then buying some of the newer consoles as the years went on. So today I really want to focus on the Super Nintendo and this original console. The controllers with this were obviously very basic. You just had your traditional D-pad, start, select, Y, X, A, and B. The controllers themselves felt fairly comfortable. You had your L and R buttons. Really all you needed with the games that came out on the system at the time. You didn't really have these super comfortable controllers like that started to eventually come out when they released like the Nintendo 64. In terms of the console itself, this had the option where you could play up to 2 players. Of course, there were tons of games that had that capability. You have your basic power, reset, and eject buttons. And then on the back, you have your power. You have some different connections here on the back for RF out, and then you can also do your regular multi out. Now, one thing I do recommend is if you're going to go out and get one of these older systems, an original Super Nintendo, you get a cable that actually has the capability to utilize the S-Video, which will give you a little bit better picture quality. I went and picked up, actually for free, this older Sony Trinitron. This is a 27-inch. This thing is an absolute monster. You know, if you were to compare this to like, say a 27-inch monitor or even a 27-inch TV, this thing probably weighs about, if not like 30 times a standard monitor that you find nowadays. But I really wanted to have the very original classic setup. I wanted to see those CRT scan lines that you get with these TVs, which is something you can't reproduce with the newer TVs. So never in my wildest dreams would I have thought of having a CRT in 2021, but I decided to do that. So one of the great things about something like combining it with a TV like this is, believe it or not, the sound quality of some of these games, just the way that they produce sound. I've got Final Fantasy 3 here, so we'll start this up. And this was something where I played this as a kid when I was born in '85, so this for me was something that I played quite a bit. When I was probably around like 10, 12 years old, in that range. This game came out in 1994, I believe, and was one of my favorite RPGs that I remember playing on this system. Among many of the other games that are now available, there's some really rare games that you'll come across, such as Chrono Trigger, very difficult to get, or if you're going to get a copy of it, you're going to spend a lot of money. But going and actually getting an old system like this has been really able to bring back a lot of those memories. So yeah, I thought I'd post this video for you guys on Amazon. If you're looking to buy this system, obviously you probably know what you're getting into. Maybe you're looking to get this for your kids and they never got to experience it. This is something you want them to experience. I highly recommend the system. Just definitely go ahead, get that S-Video cable. One other thing to keep in mind, I will note, and this may or may not be an issue you'll run into, but there can be some discoloring with these systems. This was one that I bought, and you can see the lower half of it kind of has this yellowing to it. There are some tutorials online you can look into where you could actually go and have that changed. Basically, you could restore the original color back to the console. That's something I haven't done yet, but it is an option for those of you who maybe end up with a console that has some of that discoloring. So yeah, I'll leave a link below. You guys can hopefully get yourself one of these through Amazon. If you guys do decide to buy any accessories, games, controllers, things like that, I will earn a small commission, and I definitely appreciate that. You guys won't regret picking up this system. It's definitely one of the best out there for those of you who maybe going to get this for the first time. All right, talk to you later.